good. I just got to make this bigger so you can see it. So welcome to Playground's webinar. Thank you for hosting me, Benny. I'm excited. I met them a few months ago, and part of meeting them to do a webinar, but also my childcare center has a huge need for organizing our paperwork because our system is outdated. And so I absolutely have loved getting to learn the platform. And tomorrow, me and the office manager are going to onboard, and she keeps saying, am I going to lose my job? But she's not, because she's going to get to add value to so many other things in the community, while the Playground software does a lot of the work for us, which I know, like Lynn Wegner's here with us, is great for compliance, and that's what Lynn's all about. So thank you for taking time out of your day and joining us on this webinar. The hiring platforms, really hard to find people if you haven't figured that out yet. And so this webinar is to help you find more teachers and retain those awesome teachers that you do not want to miss. So today I'm just going to go over why a total compensation value strategy is beneficial to you. You're going to help you identify your key benefits, how to calculate them, how to communicate them, when to use this tool, especially as a retention tool. So, Benny told you already, I'm a child care center owner. I live your life. I know exactly what you're going through. I've been doing it for 19 years. But before that, I was an investment banker. So I had the business side. My sister had the daycare side, and that's how Scribble Time came about. In 2008, when the market crashed and everyone lost their jobs, our center was thriving and we had no issues, but other centers were failing. And they would come to me and say, do you want to buy us? And I was like, no, let me help you. And that's how the Directors Club came about, is that it's an on-demand resource and mastermind with experts to help you lead your business. And then in the pandemic, we lost the unpassionate childcare center professionals. And we have to rebuild our workforce, and I'm rebuilding mine too. And that is when the Teachers Lounge was developed. So why have a total compensation strategy? Because you are going to be shocked at what you see when you really look at your payroll report and your expense reports from your bookkeeping. That, when you give someone free childcare, we all know that it is not free. But how do you show that to your employees and your potential hires? So typically every year we give this, oh, Jen, you did so great. We love you. Here's $1, right? And so that's what they say, $1. But it's so much more than that. And you know that. Or we put a job ad out and we're like, oh, here are all the great benefits. You get great wages, healthcare, childcare discounts, all the things. But it's way more than a bullet pointed list. It's way more value. And so what we need to do is we need to look at our key benefits. What benefits do we give to our people besides an hourly wage? Do you give like paid time off, health care, like supplemental benefits, all the events you do for them, the gifts, the coffee, the retention, you name it, we do all of this. And so what you can do to showcase the actual value of all these things and show your people, you're way more than that $1 this year. I'm investing way more money than that, is to identify what the value of your benefits looks like, okay? So we start here with define total compensation. And you need to define what it is, right? So like I just said, it's the employer portion of the benefit. So at my company, in most Massachusetts childcare centers with more than 10 employees, we're required to pay 50% of an individual healthcare plan. That expense is a big expense and a huge value to the employee. We also give like a 33% for family plans. And I'm going to go through these in more detail in a second. So you think about all the different benefits that you have. So pull your payroll reports out and look at, how much did you pay? And you'll be shocked if you really look at these details. How much did vacation time cost in 2023? Look at that number. That's a benefit value. How much did holiday pay cost? All those things add up, right? So what you do is you make your list of your whatever you contribute to. And then step 2 is you calculate it. So break down how much you contribute to each of these things. So you're going to pull your payroll reports out and your bookkeeping. And I want you to really go back and I want you to think about in a year and maybe categorize it differently in your financial system. Like we have QuickBooks. Everything we do for the employees goes in as gifts. We just call it that category so that we know that those are things that we invested in our business to give to our teachers, and that's a huge value, right? Next thing is then you're going to look at the big number and you're going to break it down into individual numbers because that's where this is going to work, is in this individual number. So what we start off with is spreadsheet. I came from investment banking, so I'm like an Excel freak. My family calls me click and drag because I just click the things all the time. So for each employee down the side, 28 employees, I write what their jobs are, how much we paid them in holiday pay per person, if they get a childcare discount. So you'll see 2 people on this list got childcare. And that's when I want you to really think about when that person calls you and is like, oh, I want to make $25 an hour and my 6 kids free for childcare. That adds up, right? It all adds up what we give them. So this is a total childcare for the year. And then we have healthcare. So that's an individual contribution. We contribute $2,464.44 for every individual healthcare. Employees earn 120 hours of time off. Some of them do. That equals this number. If they earn an extra time off, like at our company, we stagger our time off and we also have bonus time for people that have been at our company for more than 12 years. And I do have a group of them, thankfully, that are in that category where they get extra paid time off and the value. And then company events, what do you do? Do you do holiday parties? Do you do lunches, professional development days usually, not for the actual professional development, but for the lunch, the gift, whatever you're bringing into the event. How much money do you spend for the year? And then look at how much do you spend for professional development? Maybe our team, we invest $250 for professional development. This is last year's numbers, and $500 for company paid, leaving us with total annual valuable benefits, on this column. I have to move this. So in 2023, our company invested $165,325.95 in benefits. That's nuts, right? When you really look at that. And per person average, it's $5,904. You have to use those numbers in your retention because think about this. Oh, you're getting free healthcare, or you're getting paid time off, or you're getting holiday pay, or you're getting whatever you're getting. Those come with a cost to the business, which is an investment that you are making into your employees. So we have to share that. So I want you to rethink how you are hiring, rethink how you are giving that annual review letter, because what impact does this make when now that letter that I showed you, Jen's getting a dollar. Now Jen's not just getting $1. Jen's going up to $17 an hour and getting all these benefits. That total, we give her $17,378.04. On top of that, their tax forms that we give her at the end of the year for her total gross pay, right? Add all that up and you invest so much money into your employees. And the mindset of my employees and the appreciation that they began to feel years ago, we've been doing this for a long time. And when we do this, that shifted their mindset too. They were like, oh, they are investing in us. So then you're going to think about, oh, I'm going to go down the street and see what jobs open because she says I'm getting $18 now. Well, does that really add up to all these other things? And they'll get a bigger picture. Are they still going to, some of them still going to leave? Yes, they are. But you're going to keep some that don't. Now think of the job ad. What if your job ad said this? Instead of just saying, oh, healthcare, discount, all this, you can give an estimate of potential benefits value to them. And they're like, oh, look how much money they invest. Look at the things that they do. And this is a great way for you to show the true value of exactly what you're putting in. Because we've all for years, you do this. You get payroll reports every week. It says how much paid time off you give and how many, like you got to think about too, like you're also paying an extra, right, to cover them. So it's just all these things add up. And then when you look at your profit and loss statement and you look at the expenses that you invested in the team from professional development to retention activities, you'll see that true value come out when we're sharing it with our team. So when do I do this? I calculate that form right when I'm doing annual increases. So I just do it for the year. I will use that spreadsheet that I had and I will update all the numbers by employee and figure out exactly what I invested coming up into this new year. So am I going to keep investing $250 in professional development, or am I adding a new program? So that might go up. I'll recalculate holiday time off based on their raise I'm about to give them so that they have a big picture. And so at the annual review, they get their review. Then they get an annual benefits package, which I know that Playground actually has a resource for you to download that you can do some of these things on your own. That are similar to what we do at Scribble Time. And so you take that annual review and you turn it from here's a dollar to here's the investment that we're making in you plus that money that we're giving you. We love using this for the hiring process. I was just checking the chat, got distracted, sorry. We love using this for the hiring process. We love, showcasing like, oh, it's not just, you're going to be making 15 to 18 an hour or 20 to 25, whatever the level is, but you're also going to be getting this investment into you. And when people don't run a budget and they don't understand all the things, they don't understand how much money that you are investing as a company into your workforce. And it just shows responsibility. It shows your commitment, tells what kind of company you are to work for when showcasing these. In onboarding, so someone starts, we give them their actual numbers. So in hiring, we give them ranges. And then when they move on to onboarding, one of the videos that they go through on onboarding when they come to work for us is total compensation. Like you're working here, these are all the benefits that you have access to within and we tell them 90 days, 30 days, whatever it is for each benefit, how to access them, how to enroll in them, and then how much value it will give you if you enroll in all these things. And then again, if you our annual reviews are a couple months off of the big, huge healthcare. I think it's 3 months off of the healthcare enrollment. So our healthcare enrollment is in December every year. During that time frame, I do the same thing. I show them the investment we're making in you for if you sign up for family or for individual is this. And that way, everybody knows oh, wow, that's a lot of money I'm saving if I go with this plan. It's more affordable, whatever they take from the benefits and the values. So these are just some quick things that I believe really change things up at your childcare center when you're showing them the investments that you're making. And I know that it's been tough in the industry for a million years. It's this isn't new to us, right? But it has definitely changed the mindset of a lot of my staff when we started introducing this into our human resource process from hiring on to retention. It's been very beneficial. So it's super easy, not a lot to implement, but huge impact. So it's typically you look at your payroll reports, maybe to enter it into your QuickBooks or maybe it does it automatically. Like I know that Playground's going to connect to my QuickBooks and we'll just give the numbers. Don't not look at those payroll reports. Those are critical. There's so many great resources in the payroll reports to give you this information that you can use to benefit your hiring and your retention. And your profit and loss statement really helps you with all the expenses that you give out for this. So that is how it really has helped with retention at the center. Does anybody have any questions about it, or do you think something's going to be a struggle that I can help you troubleshoot right now? I believe this is a great resource for you to be able to engage more with your teachers and retain them, show them the true value that your center is putting in.
Noelle, I have a question.
Yeah.
How often are you having these discussions with your staff? When do you time it? Is it, what is their knowledge of this process?
So everyone gets it at onboarding, so that's one time, but then they get in December when we do the annual benefits renewal, we get it then, and then at their annual review. So they see it twice a year is when they see it. Wait a minute, you're on mute, Benny.
And the benefits review is company-wide, and then they have a big meeting one-on-one with you to understand their promotion or any changes that may happen.
Yep, so it's individualized because you might not buy healthcare, but I might buy it. So when they get their, their raise letter for the year, on the back page, the next page is their benefit values, so that they can take that and they can keep that for them for their records.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Victoria is asking, in Playground, if we sign up for payroll, is the benefit value included? If not, how do we get it? And Victoria, what do you mean by the benefit value payroll, of how much you're paying them on payroll? Not sure.
No, specifically, I mean, like the spreadsheet that she created, and she was able to see, okay, here's how much I'm spending on these different things as far as she put it under gifts. Is there a way for us to do that in payroll as well? Or
Yes,
in
actually, let me
Playground
go
in general?
So, yeah, I can go ahead and
I'm
show
gonna
my
stop
screen to
sharing.
understand. I'm gonna go ahead and share this. Oh, you guys can see my screen now?
Yes, I can see it.
Wonderful. So Victoria, this should maybe answer the question. Let me know if it's not. In Playground, this, just for those who are not familiar, this is what Playground looks like. It's a dashboard for you to manage all of your childcare program. You have your whole school in here. And within Playground, we have a payroll section. Within payroll, you're able to manage and run payroll for your whole childcare program, meaning you can track your staff hours and pay them in Playground. You can also enroll them in benefits. There's multiple benefits you can choose from, but you're also able to create reports on your payroll. And so, for example, if you want to run a report on payroll since the beginning of the month until now, you can just see all the hours and all the payroll you're paying each individual staff member. And it's all in here. Obviously, this right here is demo data, so it may not be fully reflective of what you're seeing. But you can also choose, for example, individual staff members. I want to choose this staff member. You can generate a report and you can see how much you're paying this staff member on payroll for the whole month. And then you can aggregate that into a report of your own, download it, export it to CSV, and manipulate it as you wish to have all this data, easily accessible for your staff member to see. This is what you're going to be paid, assuming you work 8 hours a day for the whole year. Did
Does it break out holiday pay and vacation pay?
Also offers PTO, shows PTO. Just to give you an idea, and this is inaccurate, we're not going to show you, but this is one staff member who has an egregious amount of time off pay. He got made $800,000 in time off.
Nice.
Not accurate, but you can still pay them for time they're not at your school.
Yeah.
Did that answer your question, Victoria? Yep. Okay, great. I see the thumbs up. Wonderful. And for those who do not see, Noelle sent over a link to Playground for those who want to check it out and chat about payroll or integrating your benefits into one place, happy to discuss. Noelle, you know, happy to continue any questions for you. Does anyone have any questions for Noelle?
I also want to say that if you go to that link and do a demonstration with Playground, it was so beneficial to us. We brought the whole team with us, and he laughed. There was like 6 of us on the meeting, but they really will. He breaks it all down into exactly what you need and you're looking for, and they answered like a gazillion questions that were super helpful in regards to payroll. So it was very beneficial.
Yeah, my understanding and knowledge is Lynn just said I played with Playground and find it very easy to use. We're happy to
Yeah.
hear that.
Yeah.
When it comes to managing your staff in a program, you want to be very, you know, obviously transparent to a certain extent and really have them know why things are going on, why they can expect the payment they're receiving. And that transparency is going to build trust, maintain retention, and it's going to really just help you build a staff team that wants to stick around because they understand a path to promotion. They understand how they can grow with you and what will happen as they grow with you. It seems like the framework you set up of, you know, repetitive, consistent reviews with them so that they have that transparency is very helpful.
Yeah. And there's so much value in our boring payroll report that you can use. Actually, oh, you just switched to Playground. I know we can't even wait to start using. We're all so excited. We're very excited for that. Anybody have any other questions about how to utilize this for hiring or for retention? I hope this helped you get a couple new teachers at your child care center, because I think it's a great, you know, recruitment tool to use. We're actually put it all in our high school. We go out to high schools, and so we put all that in there. And when they see that, they're like, "Oh my God!" Like, you don't realize that true value in those reports.
Noelle, Victoria's asking how they can connect with you. If you want to maybe share that information in the chat. Oh,
Yep.
there she has. The directorsclub.net.
Yep.
And we
That's
think Noelle's community is awesome. For those who did not know, Noelle was an investment banker in her past life, and she brings that you know, work ethic into her, everything she does, and it's really pleasurable to work with her. So definitely recommend that.
Thank you. I'm all about the system. Operation systems are key. And so my office manager is not going to lose her job with Playground. She's going to be doing more community events. So look at the value that I get, right? When we have better operation systems.
You stop spending time on the number crunching and the data cleanup, and you spend it more on the actual building that bond with your community, building that allegiance. Very valuable work, and that's only work that people can do. Yep,
exactly. So it's exciting. I want to thank everybody for coming too. I know how valuable your time is, and I appreciate you spending time with me.
Yeah, if no one has any other questions, we can go ahead and wrap it up. Don't want to drag it out. Like Noelle said, thank you very much, everyone, for joining. We will be sending over the recording and the resource Noelle's discussed, as well as a couple other links for you guys to learn more. So be on the lookout in your email, and thank you very much for joining us. We have a couple more webinars next week as well. For anyone who wants to join, you can find those on our website. I'll share those links as well.
Yep, they're good ones. Beth Cannon's coming up. I love her.
Very exciting.
Great resource.
Thank you very much, Noelle. We really appreciate having you on here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, everybody. Take care.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.